What's going on, y'all? It's your guy Tez, the one half of the 5100 podcast, and welcome to Pop Up Chop Up number 5. So, once again, people, if you hear, let me know you hear. My boy CJ will be here in a couple of minutes. So, give us a minute and we'll be up. All right. So, y'all, I'm checking to make sure everything good on Facebook, on the YouTube channels. So if y'all here, let us know you here. I'm gonna get the foreplay out the way as I do every episode. Let's see, Facebook is live right now. Great. All right. So it's looking good. It look like we good to go on the platforms. All right, so here we go. So first of all, thank you all so much for being here. Y'all done seen our pop up and chop ups. Look, we love the comments. We love the chat. So make sure you hop in there and chat. Let us know how you feel about what we're gonna talk about, and also let us know who in here and how you feel about the topic. So, like I said, man, I'm gonna get the foreplay out of the way. So, first of all, please, please, please subscribe to the 5100 podcast. If you are not, make sure that you like the video, share the video. Y'all done got a gist of how these pop-up chop-up go. Y'all seen the enjoy my numbers go up every single time we drop one of these, and we appreciate that. And it's because of y'all. So keep doing your thing, keep hitting that like button, keep subscribing, and keep sharing this content. Second of all, check us out at the 5100podcast.com. If you want to see everything that we do, behind the scenes pictures of places that we go, YouTube content, and our audio podcast, go to the 5100podcast.com. That is the landing spot for everything 5100. Also, for the people that don't know, we are audio podcast as well. You can go and listen to our audio podcast everywhere that you listen to music. Your Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts, the 5100 podcast is there. And we'll be coming back with a 5 episode that's dropping this Tuesday, hot off the press. So y'all getting to know ahead of time. Also, if you would like merch, 5100 merch, we have a 5100 merch store where you can support us. If you follow us primarily from YouTube, you can go under our YouTube videos and our shirts are there with updated pricing for some time. Man, YouTube was tripping when I was trying to get that stuff set up. So if you click whatever you want, it'll take you to the site and it'll give you the updated prices. Also, you can go straight to the store if you listen to our audio podcast from the description box. All of our ads and stuff are right there. Also, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. We everywhere. Y'all can see the handles up top. Make sure you follow us there. So, all right. So, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. My boy CJ will be up in a minute. But y'all, we gonna be talking about the red pill space, manosphere space, and how it does get a bad rap sometimes, and we get that. Me and CJ have been and will continue to be critical on some of the things that happen in this space. But we also have to be clear that this space was born out of necessity. Now, where is it now? Me and CJ can't control that. The 5100 podcast can't control that. But we do our best to call our brothers in this space that's not doing what they supposed to do. But we also need to start shining the light on our leaders that are doing what they supposed to do. World class, what's going on, bro? Like I said, man, I see his people in here, so let us know. Y'all here, you ain't no need to be strangers over here, bro. We don't bite. Mic check. Can y'all hear me? My stream just died. Hold on. Am I here, y'all? Can y'all hear me? I don't know what just happened to my computer. Shout out to World Class. Please, once again, y'all, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell and hit all. So y'all know every time we do a pop-up, chop up, it comes straight to y'all. Mandrea, what's going on, man? Thank you, Mandrea. I don't know what just happened, bro. My computer just blanked out. And that been happening on a few people page. So I don't know what been going on with that. All right, so like I said, y'all, for the people that's just tapping in, we're gonna be talking about red pill manosphere space and how it gets criticism because it is deserved. But it's also a reason why this space was created, and it was out of necessity. It was out of the frustration of men that didn't have a voice. And you hear that all the time. Now, especially, men don't have a voice, and it's so confusing to a lot of people that don't understand, primarily women that don't understand that a lot of time men be quiet on how we feel about stuff. Because for men, feels has a bad connotation. In the red pill / manosphere space was the place where men could express these things and also learn. And I think that's one of the things that gets passed over a lot when we had these conversations. Learning. All right, chat. Mouse News, what's going on at the workhouse? But I'm here. Mouse, I appreciate you, bro. I can't wait till you able to hop in on one of these conversations. So, all right, who else we got? Just a screw. What's going on, bro? Appreciate you for being here. And you can hop in with some comments if you got some too, bro. But this space was created because men needed a voice. I don't know how y'all grew up. I'm a country boy from Moscow, Tennessee, Fayette County. I didn't know nothing about expressing feelings, bro. My daddy I remember my father telling me he loved me 2 times. One when I was real little. Well, as I done got older now, of course. But one when I was real little. And the second time was when my brother almost lost his life in a car wreck. 2 times. And that was just something that men didn't do. We didn't say we love you. I didn't love you. I love you. We didn't say we cared about each other because it was looked at as negative. So when we got a chance to speak in the red pill / manosphere space, it became an outlet that so many men didn't have. And me and CJ plan on doing in the future a whole breakdown of how we got into space and what it transitioned into. Because as toxic as this space has become, it's necessary. Now that's why I say everybody gonna have their opinions, and that's fine. But I'm one of the brothers that's a success story from the red pill space. Am I saying that it ain't flawed? It's definitely flawed. It's flawed like some of your religions. It's flawed like some of your what's the environmental spaces. Also where you work, everything got flaws in it. If you expecting perfection from anything, you wasting your time. The key is it has to be accountability held on both sides. And see, I think a lot of the reason why people are starting to migrate to the 5100 podcast and listen to the pop-up and chop choppers because we really trying to help. We really giving the real on these situations. We can call out men, we can call out women. And I think when you hear the manosphere or the red pill gets blanketed by this statement of all they do is talk about men, you be like, hold up. I remember brothers being able to call each other's out, especially if you had any type of relationship or friendship. Me and CJ say this all the time. Guys that don't take care of their children can't be around us. Why? Because we understand the importance of taking care of your children. We understand the importance of family. If I was to step out on my wife, CJ would be the first guy to be like, "Hey, bro, that you messed up, bro. You too lucky. You too lucky of a man to have a good wife to be out here messing it up." And I know he would do that. And the red pill / manosphere space was supposed to be that. Has it gotten off the tracks? Of course. Everybody in this chat, everybody that's listening, if you know about the red pill manosphere space, you got somebody that you disagree with, vehemently disagree with. Can't stand when you see them pop up. I do too. It's some people, I go to their page and I just laugh. And I don't even be in this space like that the way I used to. Because I learned the lessons that I needed to learn from her or from the red pill space. So I understand the valid criticisms of it. But at the same time, we can't, what they say, throw out the baby with the bathwater. Because there are some men in this space that deserve to be listened to. There are some men in this space that are truly leaders. There are black men that are telling other black men, get you a sister that you can work with, marry, and stick it out. The problem is these men's channels don't hit the mainstream, or these men's channels don't hit the YouTube algorithm the same. And I get it. Because we live in a world now that enjoys mess, drama, the upside down. What's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. And you got guys like Dr. Tia Son Johnson. And we mention this brother a lot because he is one of the guys that we look up to, because he don't come on here about bashing women. Dr. Tia Son covers this from a professional's mindset. From a guy that teaches children, that teaches adults in college about Black African American studies. These things are important because when all you see is the drama and the back and forth between men and women, you think it ain't no hope. You think it's no point of getting married. You think that every black woman is Shakisha and every black man is Jerome. No disrespect to the Jeromes and the Shakishas out here. I'm just making an example. But my point is, all of us ain't like that. It's just the channels that are speaking to what the red pill space was truly for, they ain't getting the hype. Because that's not sexy enough. That's not entertaining enough. We need the drama. We need people fighting. We need people arguing. That's what get us going. And I was one of them people at a point in time. I used to love going to certain channels to watch people fight and argue and see who was going to win. But after a few of them streams, I started to be like, what are the answers at here? I hear a whole bunch of people yelling and screaming at each other, but I don't hear any answers. Who regulating the space? Is it who the top guy? That's something else we're going to talk about the further we get into this conversation, leadership. Because that's just as important as this space. For the people that got background in this, we know who the leaders or who were the originators of this, especially the Black manosphere. But a lot of those guys now will tell you straight up, I don't associate with this no more. It's about money for me. And that's what me and CJ differ when it comes to a lot of them brothers. It was never about money for us. Bro, I'm not sitting up here saying the 5100 podcast perfect. I'll never say that. But what I will say is, as far as a podcast, when we talk about red pill, manosphere, and all this other stuff, it's about real as you gonna get. That's why it's only certain things that we allow to take place here. When we do these pop-up chop-ups, bro, you get to talk to us. You get to see us interact with the chat in a way that you won't see in a lot of these channels. Because some of y'all got questions, and if we got the answers, I'm willing to answer. I'm willing to help. CJ willing to help. The red pill space was created to help men that felt like they didn't have a voice. And I done seen the criticism. What man need other men to speak for them? I done been that man before. I don't know if you have. I don't know if every situation in your life you could handle. Maybe. But unfortunately, I ain't that perfect of a man. So it was answers that I needed that I didn't get at home. And I had my mother and father in the house. But it was some stuff that I had to learn the hard way. Unfortunately. It was some things that I had to get an understanding of. CJ, what's up, brother?
My bad, bro. My bad. What's going on?
Man, you good, bro. Trying to steer this boat. But
hell of a boat, man.
It is. But the craziest thing to me is we are fine with the criticism, but we can't throw out the baby with the bathwater, as I said earlier. Criticism is one thing, but to say that the space shouldn't even exist anymore is one thing, because I still believe that you can get knowledge and information from this space. But I do believe that a lot of people use it for money. Bro, it's somebody that created the red pill. Well, it was one, what is his name? Tomasi. Rollo. Bro, I'm not a fan of Rollo Tomasi at all. Like, I literally,
really.
I've never been a fan of him because I've always felt like he was doing it for money.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And Rollo is one of the biggest, still is one of the biggest men in the red pill manosphere space.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe him. Therefore, it's only certain things that I listen to when it comes to him.
Right.
So, bro, I'll let you kind of go ahead. I'll check what's going on with the man, all my stuff is crashing.
I'm not seeing nobody in the chat or nothing.
Me either.
But I see people here, but I don't see. I don't know. But
my Facebook done messed up. Go ahead, bro.
I don't know what's going on, but I mean, bro, I always said with our criticism of the red pill space, we're gonna have to be careful, because in criticizing this space, we are criticizing the one vessel that we have that allowed us to get our voices heard and our situations heard and actually be able to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Look at this nigga.
You see what we're
This nigga has no chill, bro.
At all. World class is the baby light skin. Can we at least let all the water out and throw some of the Ajax in the tub with them a little bit?
Ajax. We do not support. Get that off the screen. We do not support. Whoa. We do not support putting babies in Ajax. Okay,
not at all.
I don't know what this man talking about.
It's gonna be a Baltimore thing.
Baltimore.
Scam like it F the red pill.
Let me make something clear to y'all right quick, man. Before we go much further, man. Look, this is what we really represent over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We real pill. And that's only I look at the real pill in comparison to the red pill as a graduation. We graduated from red pill, but it was necessary, bro.
That's all.
I was able to get more of an understanding of how to deal with my divorce from a mental aspect, financial aspect, and a legal aspect, being in this space,
Yep.
listening to Mr. Palmer, listening, even hell, people don't like him. I don't know. But Tommy Sotomayor, as
Yeah.
crazy as he wasn't wrong.
Facts.
He was just outlandish. Shout out to that word outlandish. Inside joke.
Yes, sir.
But and see, this was my point earlier. Not everybody knows about it. So now that this is what's about to happen, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. They're gonna try to ascribe this red pill philosophy onto every black man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're gonna try to do, to demonize everybody.
Yep.
But basically, my boy Barry, what red pill is? Red pill was from the movie The Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take the red pill, you accept everything for what it is. You see the absolute truth, and you cannot turn around from it. If you get the blue pill, you get to live in a fanciful wonderland. Basically, you get to be a woman. That's what a blue pill really is. You don't have to deal with the reality of what life actually is. You get to stay in the matrix, and you don't have to worry about the truth. The red pill is supposed to show you the truth, right?
It is.
And now you can differentiate red pill from the red pill space. I will say that.
Facts. And I agree. And for the people that's outside of this, it all sound mumbo jumbo-ish. But once you realize where you stood at, it started to come together. It was like that for me, bro. When I got in, bro, I ain't know nothing about the manosphere space when I got into it. But when I got into it, I understood what the blue pill space was and why I was part of that space. I didn't understand my worth as a man, brother.
Let me just take some time out right quick to give my brother Tez Defy his flowers for creating this prompt that you see in front of you now with the 5100 podcast at the bottom, our Instagram and stuff at the top. That was created by Tez Defy, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for my brother Tez Defy.
I let that go right there. But bro, I can understand why people that's not in these spaces don't get it. And this is why I've always said I don't think a woman could truly get it. And that ain't no disrespect to no woman. It's just when you are able to live in a fantasy world, it's different when you come over and peek in the window of what we have to really deal with every day. Mm-hmm. And I think the more and more we show people that what's going on for real, the fact that flowers and candies don't work with a lot of women, the fact that they can be manipulators as well. I never thought that, CJ. When I was young, bro, I was always told you get them flowers, you get them candy, you show how much you love them. But don't nobody tell you that same woman could be saying and giving that same flavor to your cousin, to your brother, to your best friend. Nobody talks about that stuff. I had to find that out the hard way.
We didn't know she would share that sugar.
Facts.
Let's see. I talked about this when I went live with the pop-up chopper. What is this? 5 for 4?
It is 5. Yep.
I did it on 4. And I talked about how the first time I was a guy a woman cheated with. And it kind of blew my mind, bro, because I just didn't think women move like that. Right? Mm-hmm. I didn't. It was just foreign to me because of what I was taught. So I was just on Courtney and them live. And they talked about how we know this is what women do. Yeah, we know now. We know now. But we didn't always know. That's just the reality. Go ahead.
World class. This man, bro.
Bro, he would never go against Courtney in no way, shape, or form.
Okay, never. Gotcha.
He's in love with Courtney. It's over, world class. You're not going to get her. Hold on. Hold on, let me make sure you know this. She'll never be yours, world class.
But bro, so part of this conversation came because Courtney posted that the red pill is like Big Pharma. So for the people that don't know what Big Pharma is,
You want me to play it too?
Yeah, if you already got a cue, yeah, we can.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll
go ahead. I'll get it queued up. Go ahead though.
Okay. So what Courtney said was the red pill is like Big Pharma. So if people don't understand what Big Pharma is, look, I could cure you, but I'm gonna give you enough of these pills to placate your syndrome. I ain't gonna heal you all the way, because if I heal you all the way, that's taking money out of my pocket. So I give you enough of the healing that you had to keep coming back to me.
Right.
And that partly, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you have to graduate. He already got it up. Yes, sir. That's it, right?
Go ahead. We'll play it. Go ahead.
You have to graduate from the red pill manosphere space. And me and DL Saint, we want to do it.
Oh shit. Okay. Tez just got abducted by aliens, apparently.
What in the world?
You good? You coming through clear?
Okay, but bro,
remember I used to do that shit all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. That John G's okay, but that John G threw my whole point out. Jerry with a G, what's going on, brother?
Appreciate you being here again, bro.
Last week.
Bro, I'm talking about you messed that man name up the whole day.
Man, bro, Jackie was dying laughing. Like, his name is Jerry. I'm like, you right, my bad.
What that man say? His name is Lee, goddammit.
Right.
People calling him Jackie.
Yeah. Jackie again.
We'd love to see that with me, Jackie. We love to see that with me.
Thanks. Yeah. All right, bro. I'm gonna let it play. That's my point.
So I just had a thought about red pill and how I think it's, quite frankly, parallel to what big pharma companies are doing. And it's this idea of taking a pill. We all know that it's not meant to heal you. It's to make sure that you can still live on in the condition that you're in, that you're always going to need it. And because you're always going to need it because it doesn't heal you, then it makes those companies a hell of a lot of money, because right now they have a lot.
I just want to say this, though. The way she put it together was brilliant.
It was.
Just the whole pill and big pharma, like, we got to give her flowers. Courtney's creative.
Facts. And just want to make this clear. So if any Courtney haters is in the chat, that ain't what we do over here. We just criticizing her point. It's two guys that then had to graduate from this space. Just want to make that clear.
No hate over here. She knows she my little boo.
Oh.
All right.
Lifetime subscriber.
Don't do that. Oh, you know what's going on.
Subscriber. Just like this red pill ideology is not for healing. It's to keep you in your same condition. And you have weirdos online that's telling you how to live that ain't never had it, could never have it, will never have it. The life they're telling you that you should have, that you should subscribe to. It's keeping you in a perpetual state of loneliness, of sadness. And you go to these people to hear, to make you feel good about your decisions that you continuously make. Get healed. Get out of these spaces. Go out. Meet people in the real world.
Shout out to the hair, too. All right. Look, here's the thing. What she said was not wrong. I didn't fully disagree with anything she said. I understand her point. Like Mandrell said, she was telling the truth. She was. My issue is that this big umbrella is placed over red pill. And even though it's metaphoric, right? It's not a real thing. Like, it's not, you literally can't take a red pill and become, all knowing, unless you believe in, never mind, that's another conversation for another day. Mm-hmm. But she's not lying. Like, but here was my pushback. I actually posted it on the channel, on her comment section. I basically said, the issue that I have with it is that there's nothing wrong with red pill. What's wrong with it is the guys that are espousing the claims and definitions and twisting and turning things to make a profit. There is a problem with that. But as far as red pill, there is no issue, bro.
Facts.
In my opinion, I do believe that you have to graduate and get outside. But I don't think because you watch red pill content that you're just in the house all day, because I watch it and I'm not.
Facts. And bro, I wanted to speak on it. She said, get out in the real world. The real world is where I got my experience from that brought me to the red pill space. So it wasn't like I was just sitting in the house mad at women. It wasn't like I was just sitting at the house bored. And I'm like, hey man, I want to see some dudes talk crazy about women. That was not it. My real world experience is what got me from where I was then to where I'm at now. But we always say this. You have to graduate from it. When me and DL Saint was talking, he made a great analogy. It's guys in their 40s, 50s that's still over there laughing at Fresh and Fit. That's still agreeing with Fresh and Fit. That's still agreeing with your angry man. And not to say that there's nothing wrong with agreeing with them. They agreeing and they not doing no work. That's the criticism that we got with the red pill space. If you do have incels and guys that's upset with women, but they not working on themselves like the principles are supposed to teach you to do.
Right.
Okay.
What's up?
Scam.
Red.
Yeah.
Want to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Red pill philosophy is legit. Red pill community is male femininity, dust, and anger. I can't completely disagree with that.
Right.
But see, when you do this, you have to understand what you're doing, right? When you say that the manosphere is problematic. Okay. The reason I was on Courtney's live earlier, for the people that don't know, and I said put names on it, because it's important that you do that, because Dr. Tia Son Johnson is in the manosphere.
Yes, sir.
Sir Hale is in the manosphere. Matter of fact, Sir Hale will be a guest speaker at the Manosphere Conclave.
Facts.
So we're gonna throw him out too. You have to be careful with that. And I think my biggest issue or my biggest concern with the red pill space becoming something like an enigma or something like an outcast is that we haven't had a voice for long. And people are automatically want to lump people together, and we're gonna be right back in the same position, bro. And I'm not going back. It's like prison. I ain't going back. It's just not going. I'm gonna die. I ain't going back to prison.
And like this, another thing too, CJ, that I always think about. If the red pill space shuts down, what do we have to replace it with? I don't see nobody else trying. Well, we trying to build something else. That's why it's real pill. But where are your other spaces where it's a group of brothers that's saying this need to change, let's build it? The originators of this space, they at least created it and it was built upon. If we turn this down and we turn everything down with it, what do we build upon? Do everybody just split and go their own ways? Well, we see how that go. With a war when everybody are generals, where your soldiers at? How does that work?
You know what can't be denied is that these spaces created a two-way conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It has not been a two-way conversation. And y'all tell me where y'all saw it be a two-way conversation before 2010, 2011. We look in the world of no computers and cameras and stuff. Yeah, we had these conversations. A lot of us shied away from it around women. Now, did I? Not really, but for the most part, nobody was really having the conversation from the male's point of view. That's what the Manosphere red pill brought to fruition. It was a way to have a conversation, and they coined terms and phrases, and some of those are outrageous today, and some of those are pretty good. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, and I'm gonna say this. Let me do this. The Manosphere red pill mixtape is GAY, right? I'm sure there are some GAYs in this conversation. The comment up under you, world class, is you need to talk to him about gay. Don't talk to me about it. I'm just saying.
Whoa.
I didn't have the conversation about gay. I didn't put that to the forefront. But you know, whatever. But and Mandrell says, from my observation and the conclusion I have drawn is that red pill is for losers. While you were on here for a year having a conversation in the same space, speaking on some of the same issues that these lame ass loser guys spoke about, because it's not just class personified, it's not class specific. Basically, it's for the thug, the righteous man, the Christian man, the shooter, the lab tech. It's for all men, because at the end of the day, men have been demonized. It's no denying the fact that men have been demonized. It's just that. It is what it is. And okay, that's my boy right now. Red pill was supposed to help men get better to be attracted to the right woman. Lately, it seems to be more about telling women they ain't ish. I agree.
Facts.
I actually agree with that. Like, you see how? Go ahead, sir.
No, I was just gonna say, to address what Mandrell said, bro. I hear what you're saying, but just like CJ said, you are in, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you done hopped on red pill panels. You done hopped on manosphere panels. So if these guys are losers, why are you associating yourself in a space that identifies as that? Now, do we sit here and say we agree with everything the red pill says? No. But you are in this space. Now, like I said, whether I say this, disagreeing with it is one thing, but trying to tear it down and not having anything to replace it with is another. Now, that's what bothers me when we have these conversations. But we have criticism, but we don't have answers for the criticism. What's the next thing up besides the real pill? I agree with what Jerry said.
Yep.
It has gotten to a point where money and making fun of black women seem to be the biggest talking points.
Right.
Okay.
And we don't agree.
We disagree fully, because I didn't come into the space for that.
Right.
CJ didn't come into the space for that. We came to learn. I can't control what you absorb. I can only control what I eat.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like this space is a bunch of losers, remove yourself from it and from everybody that's trying to change it for the better. And like I said, go ahead, CJ.
I just need people to say who they are.
Facts.
Because, bro, I can tell you who they are. I have no problem. Lapeep don't want no solutions. That's entertainment.
Fight Club.
Fight Club.
Don't want no solutions.
Right.
It's just entertainment.
No, Mandrell, we know you have answers as a man. We know you have, like, what I'm talking about is our public image, us having the right to have the conversation. That's our concern here, because it's flawed like everything else on planet Earth. It's definitely flawed, but it has served a purpose. And I'm sorry, you can't tell me it didn't, because when Kevin Samuels broke through, that changed the game, bro. There's just no way around it. And he came from the manosphere, aka the red pill community, even though towards the end he denounced it, like we do. Facts. We denounce the idea of the guys that are red pill. We got to be specific. You know, Fresh and Fit claimed red pill. Bro, they got white supremacists on their show saying nigga.
Crazy.
So I mean, we don't support that.
And for the people that think that the manosphere is just encapsulated with a bunch of people that don't care about nothing but talking about black people, black women, clearly y'all not watching all of the manosphere. See, this is what I talk about when people cherry pick their content. When I was talking to Venus, I told Venus, If you are around those people in that space, that's all you gonna get. You can't ask for apples if all you doing is being around pears. If you don't like apples, eat pears. You can't go to the Apple store and be mad because they got apples. See, that's the difference. When I reach out to guys like Nixon ain't in the red pill space. He's a white guy that covers a whole lot of topics, but I can identify with some of the stuff that he says. Jerry with a G, they don't talk about red pill. They don't have a red pill platform, but they talk about some things that might be red pill that I can identify with.
Here's my issue, bro, and this is just, it is what it is. If you feel a way about what I'm going to say, you just feel away. This is why niggas can't have none. Because we don't understand the concept of togetherness for real. And I'll include myself in that because I've done it too. But y'all are talking about you want to call them gay, and it's like you're saying they gay. Who? Because don't say Dr. Tia Son Johnson. Don't do that.
Does that include the 5100 podcast?
Exactly.
Does that include World Class? Does that include Black Man? Does that include Sir Hale? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why CJ said put names on stuff. And if you don't like that they, don't associate with that they. Don't give them views. Don't give them likes. Don't give them subscribers. But if you appreciate this they, give us the views, give us the subscriptions, give us that energy. That's what we talking about.
Hey, y'all block World Class. This man is just trolling at this point. That's what
at this point.
He's just trolling. We know who he is. This is the male sugar bomb right now. So we're gonna let him do this thing in the comments. So he just troll. Is this not what Sugar Bomb would be doing right now? Like literally, like this is literally what Sugar Bomb would be doing. For right now, you honorary Sugar Bomb, World Class.
And she'll be up in a minute. She always pop up when we say her name. She just know.
Right. It's just like Voldemort. You just don't say her name out loud.
Facts. Okay, so I'm a Sammy. What's going on, Sammy? Absolutely. Togetherness is always a problem. We hate on each other and won't show proper applications. I agree with it. And that is my biggest problem when we have a conversation like this. We blanket everybody up under the same. Like CJ, is flaws in every single thing that you gonna see, do, hear, eat, smell, taste. It's gonna be flawed to a degree. So do we throw out everything because that is flawed? If that's the case, your mentality, whatever you believe, just get rid of it. Because if that's the way that you're gonna think about this space, you got to think that way about everything. And we're not sitting up here caping for red pillars. We're not sitting up here caping for the manosphere. What we are saying is the manosphere space is not just men talking about Black women. It ain't just men talking about, oh man, knock down as many chicks as you can. Man, Dre, you are, go ahead.
You are correct, Ted. So tell me why the vast majority of flock to content that only points out problems but pay no attention. I'm gonna say this, Mandrell. That happens because people come to the space because they're going through problems, right? I do believe that people stay there because they feel better watching it. That's why I said I can't deny what Courtney said. I can't fully deny what she said. It's no way I can because it's true. However, you're actually saying that in the sense that the other content creators that are solution-based don't exist. And they do. They just don't have the big following. That is not their fault.
Facts.
We can only control what we can control. We only got 8 people here.
Facts. Come on now.
Right now. We only got 8 people here. We can't make people come here. We can send out the links. We can promote it, and we will do a better job at that as the 5100 podcast, I will say. But at the end of the day, we can only do so much. And G and Press Play said it best. You can't find a solution without first finding the problem. And a lot of guys come into this space not understanding. Just like y'all make fun of the niggas for being lame and not getting it. Does that not tell you that they don't know?
Facts.
Now, if they don't want to listen, I get it. Fuck them. They just don't want to listen. I'm not gonna beat you down and make you understand something. At the end of the day, you're gonna roll with it or you ain't. It kind of reminds me of the generational conversation we had. Remember how y'all showed y'all ass?
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't judge you off of that. We had an issue, we called it out, but we still called you brother after that, even though we had issues with it before.
Facts. And that's what I'm saying. The scam got, they don't want solutions. Who is they? We do. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like bro, this my thing. And this ain't just a red pill manosphere space. This is a black community thing. Because who are the black leaders? Oh, where are my crickets? Where are the black leaders? So when we talk about together,
I'm sorry, Mandrell, you know about them. We like y'all just, it's this, and this is not just a black thing. This is just a human being thing. We think because we understand somebody or understand something that the other people should. Like, and this is no shot at Jay Prince, right? Jay Prince is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So he is not going to understand every single conversation. He's just not. I don't care how well you articulate it, break it down, show color books, movies, documentary. It don't matter for some people. Some people just don't get it or just don't get it now and they'll get it later. At the end of the day, bro, one thing I will not do, I just got to keep it 100 with you. I have learned in this space. I just have. There are things I didn't know. That's it.
And why criticize where we learned? If we can, Mandrea, I'm sure you didn't know nothing about some of the stuff that you learned.
My boy, I don't know what's going on. You might have to reboot or something, my boy.
I am having issues with some, bro. But what I was saying was, I'm sure you didn't learn everything that you learned in the Army day one. You had to start somewhere. And we like to criticize people that got to start somewhere. I was one of them guys that, well, Fresh and Fit wasn't around when I got in the manosphere or the red pill space. But I could have been one of them guys that's the keyboard warrior sending hundreds of super chats because I felt like them at a point in time. But then when I realized I want to be a married man with a family, I had to say, I can't control what the outlook is. I got down in my notes, leaders, preachers, and false prophets. Ricky, what's going on? Because I understand, and I'm a Christian. I believe in God, I believe in the Bible, but I know that there are false prophets out here that's making money. But okay, so scam, if that's the case, Tez and CJ are able to eat the meat and spit out the dust. They cannot. Okay, cool. We can say that about every single thing in this world, Dusto. Everything.
There's something I can say to you that you just can't spit out the bones. There, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm saying, maybe I could say your tank top too damn little. I don't know. But regardless, I could say something to you that could trigger you. Everybody's triggerable. That's not a word, but I made it one. Right? It's possible. Look, I think I need y'all to really understand what we're saying. We're not in defense of fuckery. That is not what we're doing. What we're trying to get y'all to understand is that this space was created for black men specifically, but men in general, to have a voice, bro. And I mean societal voice. You could say something to your daughter, your girlfriend, your mama, whatever the case may be, but a lot of guys weren't even doing that. But okay, you could do that. We didn't even know how to speak about this. A lot of us didn't even know we were going through the same stuff. And that's how this space was started. What it has become, I have an issue. I definitely have an issue with what it has become, because it is becoming counterproductive.
Hey.
That's just the reality.
So, Ricky Super Chat, you don't know what knowledge is till you have it. That is correct, Ricky. And that's what I'm saying, bro. I came in this facts. Thank you so much, brother. But I came into the red pill space with no knowledge. I never would have, the way that women at my church explain women that was in this world, I never thought that girl, my ex, would do what she did to me. Because according to my women in the church, they all sacred, beautiful flowers that don't do no wrong.
Tez.
And what go ahead, what you got?
I just want to add something to what you're saying. When you were in school, right, you had a textbook for 1 year. And the next year, it was a new textbook.
Yes, sir.
Same class, history or whatever, but they gave you a new textbook to further your knowledge.
Yes, sir.
You didn't stay in the same spot. So we're not saying you don't need to evolve, but y'all are telling us about women. When I'm talking about women right now, well, tell us about how we're supposed to treat a woman as if they're the same woman from last year's textbook. They're not. And a lot of guys were taught to treat these women as if they not the equality fighting, abortion having. Like, come on, bro. We in a so it's like, where were we gonna have this conversation or be able to absorb a conversation talking about it? It was barely happening in the barbershop, and depending on who took you, who was probably your mama, you wasn't gonna have that conversation in front of her. So it was this was a necessity, bro.
Yeah. So Mandrea got another comment. Far too many people are in the wrong spaces, learning the wrong things, and they know it. Yet they stay in those spaces and reject solutions. It's disgusting. So Mandrea, that go back to what I said about Dusto. If we use that principle on every single thing that we do, there would never be a space. There would who should we listen to? Because even if I use what you just said, you could be wrong on something. So do we just burn down your, hey, Mandrea, hey, that man said something wrong, bro. It is what it is. We done with him. In this space, yes, I agree. It has become something that it wasn't based on. But I'm speaking for a person that got lessons. And like I said, nobody is going to tell me in this chat that they got in this space, they got in the manosphere and didn't learn nothing. Because I truly believe if you didn't learn anything, you wouldn't have stayed in it. Whether you pop your head in or out, or whether you sit on the couch, it's still, you still watching, you still interacting with it. That's my issue, bro. And I can't control the big dogs in this space. But that go to what CJ said. If what we spitting is real, make us the big dogs. If what Sir Hale spitting real, make him the big dog. We can't
control the crowd.
We can't. And we can't complain that we ain't seeing the change if we ain't pushing the people that's doing the changing.
Facts.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I can't stand that, bro. I can't stand criticism with no answers. Mandrea, you say people don't want the answers. Forget them people. Go to the people that do. Whether it's 9, 8, 1, or 2, go to them. Because it is people that want answers. I was one of them. CJ was one of them. There's some other testimonials that we got that are those ones. Speak to them. You might not have 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 subscribers. But what's the point of the message? My Bible tells me to plant the seed. That's all my job is. It'll grow on its own. I don't care if you believe in the Bible. That's what I believe. So that's what I'm going to speak on. So, hey, if you feel like the space should burn, leave it fully.
Okay, and this is exactly the point, man. This is exactly the point. There are actually more content creators that are putting out the real than there are the fake. But the names are the big people that ain't on shit.
Facts.
And we can't control that they get support. All we can do is support one another. Ask me this: do I go to Black Man and drop off $5, $10 every now and again? Do I go share y'all content?
There we go. That's why I was about
Do I
to
not
go.
come hop on your panels? I do. Do you see me on the Peef? Nope.
Do you see us on Fight Club? Nope. Why we don't go there? Because we not willing to give a dumpster fire oxygen. See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all complaining about the fire. We trying to create a whole nother space where the fire ain't gonna be like that. See, that's why I said, that's why we said we don't allow certain stuff on our channel, because we don't want to become Fight Club 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to become Lil Peep 2.0 because we want views, because we want likes, because we want money. Because at the end of the day, we really trying to change stuff. And like CJ said, all of them guys, can you pull them back up again, CJ? It ain't nobody in that list right there that got over 50,000 subscribers. It ain't nobody on that list right there that's getting thousands of dollars in super chats. Because Jerry with a G said it best. Confrontation is profitable. And that is not a manosphere issue. That is a people issue.
A United States issue.
Facts. That's why it's Republican and Democrat.
Let me play something that we do not support. Just to make it clear. And Courtney covered this too.
Do what you do because you want money.
It is entertainment.
It's a scam.
That's what I do. This is not a scam, madam. You don't know what scam means. This is entertainment. People are not calling me to not get entertainment in return. People pay me because I offer a service. The service I offer is a talk radio style show in the manner of Howard Stern, Tom Leykis, Rush Limbaugh. I'm just black. And I talk about how women in the community annoy the fuck out of me. And I do it in a very entertaining way. And I get paid very well to do it.
Okay. I want to address a couple things, right?
Yes, sir, Ski.
Sugar Bomb, I knew you were coming. What's up, baby?
What's up?
Now I can't change nothing. Preaching to grown people. That's why the target has to be younger people. Shout out to Sheffield school, because we will
Sherwood.
be going to Sherwood. My bad. Sheffield and Sherwood.
I used to do the same thing, bro.
But we're going to Sherwood to speak to younger kids. Like, look, we're not saying stay in the manosphere. Are y'all not hearing us? It does not, but it doesn't need to be burned down. The reason I say that is because every situation has something to offer, right? And black men are entitled to go watch shit where niggas are just gonna be trashing women. They're entitled to that. Do we agree with that? No. But men are entitled to do that if that's what they want to do. Now, do we support that? No. That's why we don't consider ourselves manosphere. We don't consider ourselves red pill. We consider ourselves real pill. But I took the red pill. I did take it because I needed it, because of the life that I thought, when I thought women were supposed to be virtuous, and I thought women were supposed to be the women that you give her, if she drop her handkerchief, you go pick it up for, like, that's what and then the reality hit me, and I didn't know how to deal with it. So I'm saying, yes, the internet should not be a place where you go learn. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a place where you have to go learn from older men. But even in the gender conversation, in the millennial, the Generation X conversation we had, we made it clear, and y'all said it.
Yep.
Y'all weren't there like y'all should have been for reasons that you had. But the reason doesn't matter. If you shoot my mama on accident, I don't care that it was an accident. At the end of the day, you weren't there. So a part of that plays in part of the Generation X woman, and the Generation X man for dropping the ball for whatever reason. I'm not sitting here overly criticizing you because I know our history. But at the end of the day, this space filled a void. Has it become a pacifier? Yes, it's time to get off the titty. I agree. But at the end of the day, some guys still need the milk because they have no idea what's going on for real. That's the reality.
Fact. And that's what, and I like the fact that when you played what Obsidian said, and for the people that don't know, Obsidian was one of the founders of the Black Manosphere space. But you hear what he said. For him, this is about money and entertainment. For us, it's about the message. Do we want the money? Yes. Can we be entertaining? Yes. But I'd rather get rid of all of that. If I can save a brother from not going through something that I had to go through as a man. If I can teach a brother, hey, bro, if you want these solutions, do this, this, and this, it'll work for you because I went through it. I'd rather have that. That's why we going to Sherwood Middle School. That's why I reached out to the principal. Sugar Bomb,
Hey.
that's a great question.
Before you answer that, I came to YouTube to learn how to shoot photography better. Should I have not? Oh, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't have come here to learn nothing. Okay, cool.
But
I'm gonna drop this link for y'all.
Facts.
Go ahead, Tim.
But that's how it is, bro. And like I said, regardless of the criticism that people got about the space, bro, I get it. Like I said, world class say when we start saving hoes. We not.
No, we're not a rest haven for hoes, nigga.
We not. Never have and never will be. But I can't control these niggas that got 500,000 subscribers. Can y'all get us to that point?
But you want to go ahead and answer Sugar Bomb's question?
I do. What's the message? The 5100's message is to have a conversation about multiple topics from a heterosexual male perspective and to end the battle of the sexes. We also want to speak to men, young men and older men, about our life experiences and about how if you want these things out of life, we can have a conversation on how to get them. That's what our message is. Building, creating community amongst Black men. I can't tell you what Fresh and Fit message is. I can't tell you what Obsidian message is. Osei Dudax. I can't speak for them niggas.
Nope.
But I can speak for the 5100 podcast. So when I hear criticism about the red pill and manosphere space, we are aligned to that space. But that's the
Whether
reason
you
why.
believe it or not.
Facts. Just like World Class is, just like Mandrell is, the criticism is there, but you still aligned to the space because you wouldn't be up on. Go ahead.
I've heard every one of y'all say some of the same thing these lame ass niggas have said.
Facts.
Not because they're lame, it's because they're men. They have certain experiences. Do you have to agree with it all? No. But I've heard you all speak to the same thing. And like I said, I don't know how many times we're going to have to keep saying it, but I'll say it again. If you don't want to listen to the Manosphere, if you want to say that they're done, they're washed, you do know we did a podcast talking about the Manosphere is done, right?
Facts.
Like we literally agree with that. However, that space exists for a reason and it needs to be there. But you need to graduate from it at some point. That's my whole position.
Facts.
World Class back here. Let me bring him up. My boy World Class, welcome to the 5100 podcast again, aka the honorary Sugar Bomb. Round of applause.
Give it up.
You're welcome. Yeah. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, bro?
Listen, I thought we don't save hoes. That's what I thought. I thought it did. I thought we didn't save hoes. You know what I'm saying? And let these hoe ass niggas die, man. Let them burn. I get it. You know, point received. It was made for a reason.
What's the point?
It was like all what is it? What's the saying? all bad bros started with intentions or some shit like that. I forgot the saying.
Oh boy, you got your box fan on in the back, don't you?
Yeah, I think I do. Hold on. Yeah, I think I do.
Struggle streaming.
No, I'm not struggle streaming.
I got my fan on too. You just can't hear it.
Yeah, because I mean, you got that expensive mic, because you have to, like, your head give off so much radiation. Interfere with the mic, you need to go. Listen. I can't. Y'all up here. I get it. Y'all like that mother that know the baby has been showing off. It's just, oh, he's okay. You know, just let him try again. Fuck that shit. Let these niggas die. Let them die. I'm telling y'all. I'm forecasting it now.
It's my turn. It is. You told me it was my turn.
You can talk all that you want to. Yeah.
That's why they should never get niggas.
Boys and girls, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the.
That's that light skin shit. I can see like you've been hanging out with the light skin chicks for a while. Listen, I don't understand why y'all just won't let it die. I get it. Like I said, message received. It existed for a reason. That reason has fucking long since, like 2 years ago, that it's over. It didn't die. And you know, people make things for a reason. Like they make glory holes, you know, for a reason. But you don't need them. Like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like glory holes exist. Like the
What the fuck is she
Whoa.
talking about?
That is
Glory
a-
hole.
What?
What?
yes, that's the equivalent. The red pill space is like a glory hole.
What do you mean by that?
I mean them niggas is gay. That's what I mean.
Wow. Oh, Lord.
It has turned into something that it doesn't. There's no need for. It's just like a burn. Okay. We are upgrading. Listen. Hold on. I'm saying this. We are upgrading from the red pill to NZT. Okay. You may not know NZT, but that's, you know, Limitless. The movie Limitless. Go watch that movie. That's what we do. We're gonna open up the rest of y'all brain because it's not working. Okay. All these fucking different pills. Pills not good for you.
I will admit it's not working. It's not working as far as what it was supposed to work like. I will give you that.
The red pill's a glory hole. That's all. I just want to make sure we got that clear.
I wish you would just say
What?
I wish you would just say Obsidian is the glory hole.
He's their leader. He is their leader now. And he got 20,000 subscribers.
Bro, he has 27,000 subscribers.
And he's their leader.
Dr. Son even has
you gotta let that sink in. He got 27,000 subscribers and he did.
You know why though? Because he's not like, look, do I agree with a lot of what he says? No. There are some things I agree with. But you know why it works? Because there are still droves of young men and older men that don't understand. Okay, put it like this.
When you say works, what you mean when you say that?
Yeah, but you ever heard the term "I grew up too fast"?
I heard that.
You grew up too fast, right, Reclaim?
Probably.
I did as well. Right. So I know a lot of things that a 31-year-old man probably shouldn't know because I grew up too fast. So I listened to Obsidian. Like I heard him talk about the Derek Jackson situation and what his wife had done, whatever. And it was a couple things that he said that let me know he did not know what the fuck he was talking about. Right? But it's not because he doesn't know other things. It's just that he doesn't have the vast experience of women that he wants at his disposal. So there are guys like him that can relate. It's a demographic he can sell to. Do I agree with the message? No. But he has the right to do it, and it's not going anywhere.
I'm not trying to take his rights. It's just I'm acknowledging that the type of men like him are called homosexuals. And here's the rest, right? Let me just say this part. This is the nigga. I've showed this on my like 3 or 4 different videos. This nigga said the manosphere needs a queer eye. This is what he said out his mouth. I think it was Bernard Riley.
I heard that. I actually went and found it when you told me about it.
You know what I'm saying? So
who else
just gotta let
you know. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Huh? Who else?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Mandrell, listen. You gotta take responsibility for that. You never gonna live that down. I'm just gonna make sure that's clear. So I get it, but nah, man, we just need we just need to escalate it and elevate it to another level.
Am I saying we are me and Ted saying we should support them? Is that what we're saying?
No.
Okay.
Y'all basically saying we shouldn't give them the criticism. And then this is what I'm saying. You said 1 second y'all said y'all not the manosphere.
Whoa. We didn't say we shouldn't give them criticism. We have criticized.
Right. I was saying criticize would be like politically, like, you know, I'm trying to use my work voice and shit, but I really meant, you know, what I've been doing in the chat. And you know, y'all had 1 second y'all was like, you know, y'all not manosphere, but then when I called them gay, y'all say, "Oh, we gay," and somebody else gay. Like, y'all not, and stop trying to be over there with them.
Because we're adjacent, my
get
nigga.
Get out. Well, stop being Jason, okay? Be somebody else. Don't.
Jason Voorhees, nigga. This is not what we're talking
Stop
about.
being Jason.
No, fool. No, bro. Because whether you want to admit it or not, bro, you got fucking Kevin Samuels reaction videos.
Facts.
So does the Satanic Sisterhood on the other side. They ain't manosphere.
But you agreed. It was a message. It was and then you got like 25,000 views on it. No, but it makes you are in alignment to an extent, bro. There's no way around it. If they see that video,
right,
what are they gonna say about you, world class? Erykah Badu and all that. What they gonna say?
They're gonna say he has an awesome voice. That's what they're gonna say.
I tell you what, I'm tired of hearing this awesome voice.
This that is world class. Bro,
how can you hate him? How can you
listen? They said a broke clock is right twice a day. Okay, so Kevin got that right, and that's pretty much it. I literally do nothing other than those reaction videos, and I was just practicing OBS. I swear. I'm not even blind. Ain't that a bit?
With a tissue roll for all this shit you talking.
Oh man, y'all listen. Just let them die. Just sit back on a like in the countryside. Huh?
They're dead.
They're dead. No, they're not. You know where we come from. We keep shooting to the body stop moving.
Don't be talking about my past and shit. Look, this is what I want you to understand, bro. They're gone. The only people they matter to are the people they matter to. Like, look, I just look, coordinate, baby. Forgive me, okay? I gotta see it.
Hey, watch this. You gotta relax.
The reason
you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. You're doing too much. Stop saying her name with so much reverence. I need you to.
Wow.
I need your voice to reek of. I need it to be given platonic. And I like you. Wow.
Look,
wow. That's ridiculous. I didn't know you had that in you.
Courtney, look. I told you that these guys were lames. I said it on live, and I've said it behind doors, and that's why I'm fine with saying it. Anything else said behind closed doors, I won't speak on because I actually believe in conversation between two people staying where it's supposed to stay. Right? I don't do all that other shit. However, I told you when the shit was going on with Anton, leave these niggas alone. You got burned by him. That's what happened. Who did she say was her work husband? Anton Daniels. Out of all goddamn people.
That's a good point.
So understand the fervor, the fire that she has comes from probably her realizing I should have never fucked with these dudes. So when she said what she said, it's not that I disagree, it's that you were once agreeing with some of these talking points. And we can't deny that. It's not because, talking points have no validity. Even if a talking point is not your own, a talking point comes from conversation, hence the word talking point. Every talking point that is said is not wrong just because you didn't think of it that way. If that was the case, the world would never move forward. We'd still be using fucking swamp water to take a bath if we never move forward. What I'm about to say, well, I didn't invent soap, so I can't talk about soap. What? That shit don't even make sense, bro. So that's what I'm saying. You can leave them alone, disavow. Bro, you got the right to do that shit as a human being. But when you agree with some of these points, you have to understand pushing them down and saying, fuck them, we're going to set them on fire. They nothing. You setting yourself on fire to an extent because we did not have this voice. Facts.
And that's how I look at it, bro. I can't say I'm willing to cut the whole TV off because I don't like one show. I'm not willing to do that. Maybe that's just the way I look at it. I can't control what these guys do, bro. Like I said, I like DL Saint. And DL Saint is cool with Fresh and Fit. But I give my most criticism to Fresh and Fit. Because every man on this chat know, every man that's gonna watch this know, if them guys didn't have the money, they wouldn't be able to talk about the women that they done smashed. We know this. Everybody know Fresh wouldn't be doing 99.9% of the stuff that he can brag about doing now if he didn't have money. You want to know why? Because I know Freshes. I used to kick it with Freshes. Hell, I was 50% of Fresh. Well, 35% of Fresh at a point in time. And I had to shade that name.
Relax.
Yeah,
You got to relax on the episode.
Yeah, you're right. My bad. 25% of Fresh at one point in time. So I understand that. But that's the thing. That's why I said money ain't gonna be the currency at the 5100 podcast. Real gonna have to be the currency here. So that's why I say world class, bro. It's hard to argue the BS that happened with the red pill space. I don't even try to argue that. But I do believe that the foundation that it was created on was a good one for men to learn. I said, maybe you ain't have to go there, world class. Maybe you learn from another space.
Everybody
Like I
can't
said,
be a
bro.
Puerto Rican with a nappy beard, bro. That's just not our reality.
I really don't. I don't understand why y'all can't be. I need to fix it. What I'm saying is though, it's like if you agree with a crackhead like on 10 points, does that make you a crackhead too?
Hold on, say that again.
If you and a crackhead or a fiend or a dope fiend agree on like 10 different things, that make you a dope fiend with it?
It's questionable. I ain't gonna
Depending on the
I ain't gonna say it
conversation.
mean. Depending on what if you're talking about glass pipes, maybe so.
How could you consistent? I can't stand this nigga. Here's what I'm saying. I think okay, so I'm also acknowledging that Shaw saying the criticism is warranted. I'm again, yes. My son is what? He's 6. I think I was on Facebook in like 2014 saying everything I'm saying now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I missed out on a lot of vagina. Talk about the shit that I'm talking about. Like forever ago.
Why would the church make you miss out? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, because you know these weak ass bitches only like lies. You know,
Hold on, wait.
Whoa.
Who?
What happened?
You said, hold on, I need you to repeat that last sentence. You said these weak what?
Weak ass bitches. You know, they only like lies. You know what I'm saying? This one chick, she blocked me because I was talking about child deletions, and she got on my post, and she was like, I do this, and I got this, and I got a car, and I'm this. I said, Miss, if you had to slaughter your child to be able to do all that, that's on you, bitch. And she was upset, and you couldn't do that and accomplish that without sacrificing your child like you're an Illuminati. That's on you. And she was mad. This is a chick actually went insane. She was thinking, motherfucker, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Like
I became a phlebotomy technician is because there's something called a paramedical insurance examiner.
Not using my stuff against me. Here's what I'm saying. I've always been like this in every little group I've been, even in the who's out there in the hood hanging around. I've always been a nigga to call niggas out and kind of see shit early. And I seen this shit in the conscious community. Like these niggas is like they don't say nothing to these chicks about the shit that they do. Like these chicks, I'm conscious and we gonna fight the power. Bitch, you keeping the baby from the nigga. The conscious nigga delete. Like what you mean? Nigga, bro, this is 10 years ago. I'm saying this 10 years ago. Right. When the conscious community was when the Umar was that nigga and polite and all that, I'm like, y'all niggas is bullshit. Mm-hmm. Y'all bullshit. And literally the same thing has been happening. What you saying?
World class. That's a great point, brother. But I think you going back to proving what me and CJ just said. Should we burn down that community as well?
Yes. I put fire to these niggas' ass and the pause. We don't relax.
Whoa,
that was too much.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I gotta.
We're gonna drop you down for 30 seconds for a gay.
Thanks. Wait a minute. Whoa. That is a humongous pause, sir.
We're gonna let him cool off a little bit.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
All right, you all right now?
I don't know. I'm surprised myself. That shit came out.
My boy said, yes, burn it all. Like, whoa. Okay.
Yeah, but listen.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Yes, that's what we do. You see what happens to the country media. They're all going down. All
That's
of them
true.
going down. And again, Polite, Dr. York, and the fucking Hebrew Israelites was talking about fucking children. Well, not talking about. They was involved in messing with children. Like the same
All
thing.
right. Watch the language now.
Well,
but look, I will say this. I do not want most of these guys at the top of the manosphere speaking for me.
Facts.
I will say that.
Okay. I'm getting somewhere now.
And world class, I say this too, bro. Like, where do we okay. Where do we build from? If we burn it down, where do we go from here? Or where do you feel like we should go from here?
Y'all said Dr. Tierson Johnson, you got Coach Greg Adams, you got Mr. Palmer, you got people in place that you can direct their attention to that has substance. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only three. Sir Hell, definitely a guy that we support.
Yes,
and we can go from there. It's just time to move forward. We don't need that enclave, that nomenclature of Black Manosphere, all that. We just moving forward. We just men doing what we supposed to be doing. Men honoring our ancestors, men with a direction, men with a purpose, and moving forward. Even me, I'm literally a Moorish American. I've been in the temple since my Sunday school. I don't be coming here talking about that shit all the time. I just come here as a man. Not that shit, but I don't be talking about that all the time. I only have a fez on most of the time. I come here as men, equal, having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. We can move forward. It could be we should be known more about the results we're producing than some damn name.
Now, world class on that, brother, I can agree with you 1,000. Look at Scam, but I can agree with you 1,000%, bro. I agree with that, and that's why I can understand what Mandrell saying what he say. Yeah, bro. If we got a resume of men up here speaking, we need to be able to show results. I get that. I agree 1,000%. But the results of success are never shown like the results of failure. That's what I'm saying. We can't act like we don't like watching the hero of sin to watch them fall. Every one of us has seen that happen.
Shout out to the Patriots. I love when they fail. Lord,
man, me too. Facts.
That's a fact.
So we all in agreement there. So
fuck the Patriots.
Facts. But that's what I'm saying. And I think the more and more we look at this thing, the more and more we see that it's flawed. But we got to be able to push up the brothers that we do agree with, that the brothers that we do want to change the conversation.
It's not even everything is going to have a flaw in it. The new Rolls Royce Phantom got a flaw in it. The problem is the integrity and the intentional disrespectful disingenuousness that's present is the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, if it was salvageable, I'd be like, oh yeah, all right, cool. Like, we need to fix it. When you got a fresh fit, it's a joke. It's a joke at this point. When you got an Obsidian, it's a joke. When you got an Angry Man, it's a joke. This is not real at this point. You got an Anton Daniels who will spend $5,000 on a Versace robe but won't do fucking free push-ups by the bed. It's too much.
These women have fucked you niggas up.
This nigga look like the special ed album from Chicken. All right, it's stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And this space is just. I've seen, like, again, I came from that conscious community era. Even in Morris community, I've seen fake ass leaders that talk a lot. Most of these niggas is it. They just been here for a minute, nigga. That's it. They just was here for a while. They That's it. They are the type of, what do they call it? It's a saying that pioneer don't pay. But it's a group in the military that establishes a beachhead until the real generals come. Yeah, we're here now.
So I'm gonna bring up Mandrill right quick, but I want to speak to this comment right here because I said this on, I don't know who live it was. That shit, I was on both of their jobs. I was hot as hell too, bro. It's so hot outside. But I think I was on Courtney Live when I spoke to this point right here. Yes, we do need to be able to call it on both sides, but I want to give these brothers some grace for the simple fact that I understand why they don't. Because look, you know what conversation I'm tired of hearing? I'm tired of hearing about deadbeat dads. Because that has always been the narrative. If you see a woman that is a single mother, in our community, the main assumption people are going to make is that man just left her.
Fact.
Not even recognizing so many videos of paternity court where a man breaks in half crying because that man found out a child he'd been taking care of wasn't his, and everybody's over there helping her get over her betrayal.
Right, exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, yes, we it's time to balance it out. I agree. But the reason you have seen an overabundance of, we're calling out women, because let's just be real. It's never really happened.
And
you spoke to something on Courtney's live on IG, and like about the expectations for us, right? It's weird that Kevin did acknowledge that what they've had 60 years or 50 years of the spotlight, and then in 3 years we supposed to just suck it up, and now it's time for everybody this, everybody that. Like, it's time for team and balance and harmony. Nah, nigga, fuck the balance and the harmony, nigga. Nah, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck you. No, because here's the thing. Again, I'm gonna always speak from another perspective. When the fuck do the children get their turn? When do they get their turn?
Hey, World Clay, right quick. Facts. And that's why when we talked about the Carlisha Hood thing, we said we felt worse for the boy, for the 14-year-old young man. It wasn't everybody else that you watched. All you heard was men and women fighting over who was right and who was wrong. Tommy B bought it up. CJ bought it up. I bought. The young brother is the one that's gonna deal with the worst trauma out of this situation. That young man who was on the honor roll took a life, and he got to deal with looking around. If he's still in Chicago, that boy is not sleeping well at all.
For the rest of his life. The rest of his life. That ain't that's not like. So it's like they've had the opportunity to get gas for 50 years. If they're under 50, their whole life. When do the babies get their time? So then, go ahead. No, then the tone is, when do we get our time, right? So 2-3 years we've been right. Let's just call it 7, just on the internet. But then when do the babies get their turn? And then when the babies talk and they had that turn, how many of us? What we gonna look like? Even us, because what I heard Obsidian say is we never gave a fuck about men. I've heard him say that. I mean, we never give a fuck about children. Men have never, in this space, never give a fuck about children. I heard this nigga say that. Since I've been in this space, I've always brought up children. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my viewpoint.
Let's get Mandrill in there.
Mandrill, what's going on?
Hey, everyone.
What's going on?
All right.
What's up? What's going on with you?
Yeah. Bottom line, Tez, I hear what you're saying, you and CJ. But you're going to have to start calling yourself something else. You, Hairstrap Media, Ricky Williams, I see you in the chat, Serial Speaks, all of y'all, you're going to have to start calling yourself something else. Can't call yourself Manosphere anymore. Manosphere has both a negative connotation, which wards off people who need to hear the good things. Mm-hmm. And the people who are looking for answers in all the wrong places. And then when they find out where to find the right answers, they don't go there. They stay away. The Manosphere has rendered itself obsolete. There's no longer any purpose for it anymore. Not a good one. Other than entertainment, there's no reason for it to exist. the manosphere is, by all rights and purposes, dead. What you said it started out to be, that's not what it is anymore. That's what I'm saying. You got to start calling yourself something else. Be a part of something else, whatever the case may be. But you are not manosphere content. 5100 Podcast is not manosphere content.
Agreed.
It isn't. It's a fact.
My bad. I just want to shout out what Reckless Ray saying. And this right here. That's what it was. I can agree with that, Mandrea. I can. And I think the biggest for me, Tez Defy, I guess I'm looking at it like it can still be saved and maybe it can't. And that could be Tez having an emotional tie to it because I watched how it helped me in a rough time and I graduated for it. And I'm willing to say that. So if that's the case, Mandrea, maybe you're right. Maybe we got to call it something else. But the key word is we got to call it something else. It can't be Tez Defy saying it's one thing. World Class saying it's something else. Ray hit it with a good point. They shouldn't have attempted to segregate themselves because it went from the group to me. How can we change it from us instead of individuals? I'm willing to hear that. And I would love to do that.
And what we need to do then is do what we've kind of been doing. You know, we got a couple group chats going on.
Yeah.
And be like men and vote. Have a conversation. I don't know other platforms. We'll hop on there, have a conversation, see who's in, who's out, and vote, make a decision, and go from there. Like men. And that's just it.
Ray, what's going on, bro?
What's good, brothers? How we doing? Yo, I just wanted to tap in real quick. Like I'm a product of the white manosphere. Like I didn't know about any of the black manosphere before I ventured over to these streets and saw a bunch of niggas complaining incessantly with no results.
Exactly.
The thing that I've noticed, and I understand it because as most people who come into the manosphere period, you go through the process. You start off enraged. You realize you've been playing the game wrong. You realize you've been out here, simping, doing whatever. You've been doing it wrong, and you're upset. And there's content that caters specifically to that. The issue that I see with the attempt to segregate the black manosphere is the people that are trying to do that are grifting. There's not a solution. They are just like the American medical system. There's no intent on getting you out of that space. There's no tools. You see these conversations about dick and pussy every weekend, every night, to no avail. There's no solutions whatsoever. So if you're not moving beyond just going, oh, women are bad, oh, men are bad, if it's a circular conversation, the reason they do that is because that's what makes money. And like one of the things that I picked up from the homie 777 that I'm using from now on, because I don't live here. I come here to play. I don't live here. These men are making money off of what they say. When you look at Angry Man and the way that he presents himself, he is never wrong because he can't be, because he gets paid money to be Angry Man.
Great.
These people are caricatures. They're not real people anymore because they live here.
Let me ask you something, Ray.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on the Black Manosphere Conclave and the events that they've had?
I mean, we'll see what the results are. I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge any of those, man. I know that after the whole Just Pearly things and the people who gatekeeped, which some of them are in that conclave, like I don't forget. I mean, there's no such thing as red pill women. And as soon as these dudes started gatekeeping, you knew that they were on the payroll. I'm not saying that I even disagree with why they did it. If you're getting paid to be a bouncer, do your job, bro. Again, these men live here. The deal is this. When you look at these men and the way that they talk about finances, even that's my first demarcation point, because everybody likes to talk about money. I'm actually around people with money. And I'm like, what you're saying is inherently wrong. I know it's inherently wrong because I'm actually around those people, like for real, in real life. I own a business. I got employees. Like it's not a one-man band. Like, oh, I'm on paper. That like the issue is that's going to be there. That's never going away. the deal is the people within these communities, and like, unfortunately, specifically to Black people, we are inherently crippled by the fact that we put somebody else to the front to take the responsibility off of us. We put that one character out there, that guy's the leader. He speaks for us. There's one guy. There's no accountability. There's no checks and balances. It's just whatever this dude says goes. So if he decides to sink the ship, or if they get to him with money, then the whole movement's just trailed off course. They take that guy out. The movement's over. Nobody knows what to do. We've seen this happen multiple times. We've seen it happen with X. We've seen it happen with Martin Luther King. Like, how many more leaders do we have to put up to have just one guy before we all go, look, as men, it is our responsibility to lead in the maximum capacity of what we are capable of. That doesn't mean everybody gets to be a chief and there's no Indians. But if you're going to be an Indian, be the best damn Indian you can possibly be. I don't think that's a hard ask. I don't think that that's too much to ask. But when we go into these spaces, no one checks these guys because everybody like looks up, like, because people are trying to move in to live here. And we know who the gatekeepers are. If you come at the wrong people, then you get blacklisted. And the question is, are you putting out the content as a record to actually help people, or are you trying to live here? Because if you're trying to live here, then nobody's going to check these people, and there's going to be no counter arguments. And they're just going to run rampant. Like the issue is, if we're gonna call this a community, if we want to have a Black community, then people have to start taking the community back. We have to. You, as a man who's in this space, you gotta stand on your square. And like, if somebody says something that's like stupid or inherently wrong, regardless of whether they got 1 million followers or not, because like these arguments devolve down into, well, I got more money than you. Well, if you making all your money on YouTube, then like technically speaking, and like, I'm not trying to be rude, but there's hierarchies in the society, and YouTube is not something that matters to society for real. If we get to the end of it, you're employing no one, you're putting nothing back, you're literally just taking, and you're a commodity for entertainment. Like, you built a platform, you are a commodity that's a one-man band that you're like, I'm an entrepreneur, and everybody likes to say that, and I'm rich. And it's like, well, if you're not giving back to society, then you're of no use. You really aren't. Lights go out, YouTube's over. Now what? Can you do anything else?
Can I say this?
Yes, sir.
I think what we can do as content creators, right? We spoke about it a little bit ago. Obviously linking up, but what we can do is to compete with that machine over there, Def Jam, DEAF.
Yep.
What we can do to compete with that machine is literally network in terms of YouTube skills. And the screen you're looking at right now, did I not, close to a year ago, do a whole live on OBS? Did I not contribute on Let's Get Better Quality? That's all we need to do, to where all our edits and our sound as good as Freezy's. Everybody OBS look like mine or better. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we can do in network. And everybody has the knowledge of finance like Ray. Everybody has a fitness understanding. Like, that's what we can do to build a standard to play ball. And I've always said this, we play team ball around here. Let's just play team ball. That's it. That's all we have to do. It's going to be time. Even Kevin, he put in, 5 years before he popped?
Yep.
We worth that. We worth the wait, I think.
Yeah.
I think you guys are. And now everybody not even here. And you got to think about it. If you think about it, just from what's on my mind, BMU, Tommy B, Sir Hell Speaks. It's so many people that's not even here up on this panel that's worth the wait. Another probably 20-something people. So we just need to do that, get better at our YouTube skills, get a schedule going, and just network and go to fuck to work. Yeah. And that's it. And not worrying about fuck them. It's people on YouTube with fucking 30 million subscribers. Like, come on, let's just play ball.
Facts.
Let's just play ball. That's all I look at it.
What you guys, Cam?
Separate yourselves from whatever is called a red pill or manosphere. Separate yourself. It's too close to the garbage can. And no, I just want to say this. 40 and 50 years. You're saying they deadbeat dads, these men ain't this and they ain't this and they ain't that. Then we got a voice. And there's men grabbing a microphone with 400 people in the chat waving pom-poms every time you say, man, you spending this thing. What's the difference? That means the men are doing nothing but being women. And there's a femininity coach with 500,000 subscribers. That means the men are becoming the very women that they're complaining about. And if the men and the head people, 5, 10, 58,000 subscribers, all they have to talk about when they finally get something, these women's ain't not looking at women, the women's. I can't tell you when a major content creator, or even some of the, matter of fact, even some of the neutral ones, some of the smaller ones, when was a conversation where there's three marriable, acting right, decent women on the platform having a mic for 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not them beating up to talk about the same thing. That damn dress. If I hear about them dresses one more time, or it's always a video of somebody throwing a baby out the window, playing basketball with. Where's the and I get it, I'm a troll, whatever. Where's it at?
What?
But the manosphere has become with the women everything for the last 50 years that they complained about. And they wonder why the women act the way that they do. It's at the fault of men. Y'all might not like it. Y'all might cuss and dust me out. They're showing
that's always been our mission, Dusto. At the end of the day, if you can break it down.
Right, I'm not talking about y'all. I rock with y'all.
I
cool.
know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I just want to make it clear for the people watching, like, that you are in a different space. But go ahead. Okay.
As far as y'all, some of y'all got my real number. Some of y'all had real conversations with, aside from trolling and roasting and dusting. But if it's a dust space, I mean, I'm an entertainer. I'm a clown. That's what I do.
We know.
But some of y'all had real conversations with, because y'all are real people. I give real input. And I take a lot of heat for it. I don't care. But separate yourself from the space. But keep doing the things you're doing. I rock with y'all. Tez, hey, you on fire, bro.
I told
you on fire in real life. CJ, you about to change your life in the next 3 to 5 years. I said that before we first talked on the phone. I think I told Mandrell and some other people. You're gonna be one of them examples. While everybody else still gonna be up here in the metaverse. They're gonna be in the metaverse trying to beat them. Not the metaverse.
He's on fire.
No, here's the thing. Mandrell can attest to it. Yeah, we've been in the Dust and Crust panel. We learned a lot because we're looking to learn different things. 2021, when I first came on, to 2023, most of the people got stupider, angrier, and dustier. The men and the women. And it's the same thing. To the point where I come to troll them, they already know all the 5 jokes I'm going to say. I told somebody one time I'm going to roll a dice, the next conversation. 6 is blackety black. 7, what about the women's? 8,
you've done that with me. Literally. Like, he and I was on the phone while watching the panel. No kidding. There, he did it.
Which one?
May I light your cigarette for you too?
You better check your tone, girl. Keep your inside voice on. Don't put your ass outside.
And he was right. The sad part is he was right, fellas.
A 9 is that damn dress.
He actually got the dice.
Yeah.
That man form is horrible.
It's called those the dust dice.
Them dice got lotion on them. Bang bang.
The sad part is, fellas, that Dusto was absolutely right though. Like it played out just the way he said it would. I said, God damn.
Dust dice is hilarious.
Like, no, a good thing is, as men, we got to work on how we agree to disagree. Me and world class do not see eye to eye. God, no. But there's a common level of respect. I can learn from him. He might can learn from me. Me and Mandrell don't agree. Me and Reckless Ray. I'm gonna dust him tomorrow if I see him. But there's a common level of respect. Anybody who shows a level of respect and has good intentions, hey, anything you need, reach out to me. But my primary duty is I am a troll. That's what I do. People click on these links for entertainment. Everything isn't just information. People are and entertainment has more value than people think. People are feeling a certain way. People going through something, or sometimes a message can't get through to them unless it got some entertainment on it. It can be a numbing solution one day. It can be the way it gets across, a way that they see something. I honestly didn't know how valuable it was till I came in this space. But hey, I talk to Jay Speed all the time. He's a professional comedian. But I ain't gonna hog the mic. That's all I got for now.
If I can interject right here, CJ, like if you notice, I've been saying for months, especially at the end of last year.
I'm gonna put some in the back chat too.
No problem. Especially around the end of last year when I did that one episode, that special I did on when I was bridging the gap, but between the younger generation and the older generation.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
And the reason why, and the reason why the reason why I did that is because it really was because of you and Tez. Like when we did the first one on JT's channel, I looked at y'all's responses at the end of that. You, Tez, and World Class can't leave him out. Okay, and World Class did a live. Yeah. Well, World Class did a live where he expressed how he felt about it, and I had no pushback. I said, you know what? He's right. He's right. You know, and I looked at y'all, the two of y'all, I looked at y'all faces, and I was like, okay, these three guys here, they're looking for answers. They're honestly, no kidding, looking for answers. Let me give them to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put that together. And that's why, like, this whole year, my approach to content creation has been different. It's more of a teaching approach, you know. I even got my sister in on it because she and I talked offline. She's like, I don't want to talk about dating relationships. You don't want to talk about none of that? She said, no. I said, me neither. So that's why on one of the episodes, I think it's a Talk Tuesday, she's like, what are y'all learning? Nothing. None of you are learning anything. Like, she went off about it. And so, like, that's why our show format has changed. Our approach to the whole thing has changed. You know, like this week, we're talking about what happens to you after you die.
Hey, CJ, keep those in the back for me, please.
Yeah, you're talking about, you know, so we're tackling different subjects and we're trying to make it entertaining at the same time. I'm more of an information a person who just gives out information. I'm not here to make you laugh. I'm not a comedian, okay? I'm not something to play. I'm not a joke. You want to laugh? Watch some Eddie Murphy movies or something. Fuck you.
I definitely get a laugh out of you for sure.
Yes, I mean, it's one of the ABCs of me. I try to be funny, but it's just like I don't laugh at myself. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But my point is this: the reason why we took that approach is this: it's hard to find people who teach. Like that's why I gravitate to people like the World Classes channel, Harris Tribe Media, Ricky Williams. I see him in the chat. I watch Ricky Williams stuff all the time.
Shout out to
you know
Ricky.
what I'm saying? There's some people I got like the notification bell on for some people's content, you know. And I named those people earlier in the chat because I wholeheartedly think that we should be pointing people to those channels, that content, if they're looking for answers. If they're looking for clown shit, go to Fight Club.
There's plenty of places for that.
Right. It's goofy. Tommy B and I got in a conversation with a guy, and he's like, "Hey, so let me ask y'all fellas a favor, something." I said, "What?" We're like, "What's that?" So y'all get haircuts and stuff, right? We're like, yeah. Why? I'm like, because I like to look nice. So do you do it to attract women? I said, my haircuts do attract. Yeah, I look better when that's how you attract women. So you go and buy nice clothes and stuff to attract women? Like sometimes? Yeah, why? Don't you think that's simp behavior? We're like, no.
What?
Because we're single men and want to attract women, that's simp behavior.
So when I say this space is gay, I don't want nobody fight me.
Right. and the thing is, fellas, what I brought that up to tell y'all, like, that's the level of intellect or lack thereof that you're dealing with. These people who watch this content for longer than I have, before y'all even knew who I was, before I even made my face on YouTube, these people were watching this content, and they don't have the IQ
of a duck.
Of room temperature.
Shit. That's crazy.
It's
nigga said room temperature.
Right.
That's wild.
I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like, fellas, y'all.
Well, old white man said that to you. Wild shit.
Like, y'all, I'll tell you what a white man said. A joke a white man said to me, man.
Hey,
you might get on.
All right.
Watch it.
But the thing is,
Fresh and Fit got all the jokes we need for racism.
Yeah, that's a fact.
My point is, it's like, okay, these people are dumb. They know that they're dumb, and they like being that way. I can't help you.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not going to waste my time trying to get your attention. I'm not even so much as going to try to get your attention. That's me. That's the way I think about it, my point of view on it, because the vast majority of people are not going to gravitate to your content. They're not going to learn. So what you guys have to accept is that you guys might get 1 million followers, but there's 10 million people who still need your message. So don't let the low numbers discourage you two guys, because most people are stupid. They're dumb. The vast majority of people on this planet, they're just drones, NPCs, however you want to describe them.
I call them flesh drones.
Heroism is a thankless job. Leadership is a thankless job. Okay, fellas? So don't expect any gratitude. Don't expect any recognition. If it comes, it comes. Accept it as you will. But don't expect any of that. That's only going to discourage you from doing the work that you're doing. Do what you do because you know. I do what I do because what I'm doing is right, and I know it's right, and that's the only reason I need. I do what's right because it's right. I don't need any other reason. I happen to think that everyone on this panel, what you guys are doing right, the people in the chat, what they're doing is right. Can't wait to get on the panel with Ricky Williams. We're going to tear some shit up. We got to make that happen. But Ricky, I keep mentioning his name because that's a brother that people sleep on for whatever reason.
And they sleep on Humble Dad too. Humble Dad makes great content. I'm talking about from a marriage perspective. I've been over there like 10 times. But marriage, fatherhood, being a stepfather, having a woman step in and be a stepmother to his children after his woman passed, real shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, bro, like I said from the beginning, what this space started out, I think it was a good idea. I do think it needs to evolve. And that's why I said you have to graduate from Red Pill. You just do. Yeah. I think, but I will never say it's not necessary because I understand how sleep niggas really are out here. Like they don't understand what's really going on.
What we gonna graduate to, CJ?
We're gonna graduate to manhood. That's what we're gonna do. We've got these.
Hold the fuck on. Do I need to play some Commodores in this matter?
Hey, bro, that's what it is.
No, what you got?
That was a ball.
It is. I mean, the deal. You see the men that are up on this panel. You see the men that we're talking to. You got Tommy B out in the chat. You got Ricky out in the chat. You got the people that we know that we support. And this is what I've always done since I got in this YouTube space, because I haven't been doing this near as long as any of the rest of you, so I'm not going to act like I have. But I just navigate and rock with people who I rock with. Like I do not play politics. Like I am. You can ask World Class. Like I rock with people who literally hate each other in this space. I don't care. I'm like, you're not going to say anything that's going to, unless this person does something to me, I don't care what anybody has to say about anybody else, because I'm going to support the people that I choose to support, because the reality of it is most of the people that I choose to mess with, I'm like, I see value in their content. There's a reason I come over here and I decided to support you. Like you're making a lot of moves. Like, I mean, obviously the back channel that I came across you and like, we've been messing with each other on Instagram for a while because you put up stuff that I like, but you're making moves, and I want to support you in all those moves because like you're dope. But the deal is, I'm not gonna go, CJ's getting some clout over here, I'm gonna go jump in his lane. I have my lane. Like the stuff that I talk about is the stuff that I talk about. I'm gonna make it in that lane because I'm not, again, trying to move in here. Like I want you to blow up in your lane, but like we all have different angles, and we can come together and have these conversations with different perspectives and be respectful about it. And that's the next level, is you're just men hashing stuff out. Like now we're just mining stuff out. If I don't agree with you, I don't have to insult you. I don't have to attack you and not the thing that I don't agree with, because I'm not over here.
I have to take insults with troll.
Okay, that's fair. But that's fair though. That's totally fair.
Like I said, Tommy.
Like Tommy's shirt, for example. I mean, come on.
Bro, leave Tommy alone, man.
This nigga Tommy is just
That
in
man
the
is
truck.
at work,
This
man.
nigga is in the truck happy because he likes it. Like, oh, that shit just burn you up.
You know what,
This shit just make you mad.
If you was light skinned, you'd be happy too.
He got a job pumping oil.
Yeah.
It's 100.
I'm at 108. Not 108, bro. You driving in hell right now, bro.
Hey, Tommy, tell him if he was light skinned, he'd wake up happy every day too.
Okay. All right.
Hey, it's a blessing.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Listen, hey, man. Look, 6'4", light skinned and gorgeous, man. You can only hope. You know what I'm saying?
Gorgeous.
Nigga had to add the 6'4" in there.
It's the gorgeous for me.
Nobody said nothing about height. That nigga throw 6'4" in there. Cause how you gonna lick your gloves? Cause you freaky as hell.
This nigga think he Prince.
Hey, Tommy, I told him about that conversation we had with this young cat where he asked us about getting our haircuts and getting fresh clothes. Yeah, I'm trying to attract a woman. Like he asked us, was that simp behavior? I'm like, hey, Tommy, in my mind, I was like, my mind was blown. I'm like, what?
But it's like, no, it's you know what's crazy is like, so the conversation we had yesterday, it proved my point of what I was telling to a lot of these niggas. So like they was talking about how like the colorism thing, and so like the women was explaining to him how like a dude coming up to me saying you cute for a dark skinned girl, how that was an insult. Now on one end, you feel me, I can explain to you how it actually could be a compliment because I'm actually saying I normally aren't not attracted to dark skinned girls and I find you attractive. But any fucking guy with common sense knows I'm not gonna say that to a chick.
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that guys were arguing with the women about how they should look at that differently, and I'm just like, that's been like one of my biggest gripes with this space is as a man, you understand women are a certain way. Ain't nobody trying to change that, bro. It is what it is. Fish like worms. I'm not about to go out there and try and catch a fish with some bread. They like worms. It is what the fuck it is. Like, I'm not going to fight and say, fish, why won't you eat this bread? They like worms. And so when you try to explain to these cats what they can do to get the women, you get pushback on, oh, this don't make sense. This don't make sense. Well, guess what? Once you deal with women, you understand that a lot of shit don't make sense. But who gives a fuck? Because this is how you get them.
But they made 50,000 on the job, Tommy. The fish should like crackers.
Well, I think one of the biggest problems too is you got guys that are screaming about accountability, and we're in a space where you niggas are scared to hold each other accountable. You hard on the female to hold them accountable, but I watch you niggas act like suckers on several occasions when niggas should have stood on something. And niggas at the like straight marks. Like I'm looking around going, so y'all gonna act like y'all don't see this behavior going on? Y'all gonna act like y'all don't see this? And I just sat there and watched, and I watched nigga after nigga. I watched niggas that I respected. And I'm going, y'all letting that go? Y'all let niggas talk to elders like this? Y'all niggas talk about kids like this? Oh, you niggas is more pussy than niggas y'all talk about on the streets. Because we don't let that shit go down, nigga. You disrespect the elder with a nigga on the street, nigga, you got some problems coming. But we literally watch these niggas watch this shit happen, and these niggas said nothing. These niggas act spooked. And so what I've been saying from the beginning is a lot of these niggas think that they leaders just because they got a dick, and that's not the case. Man, drill will tell you, you can give any nigga a rank in the military, that don't mean shit. I done had several niggas that out.
Damn.
See what happens when you talk about the military, bro?
Yeah.
No, I got a call. No, I had
one of the jumps.
Our podcast is covered. That's all.
I had several niggas, you know what I'm saying, that outranked me that, you feel me? They told me what to do. I pretty much told them, nigga, I'm doing what the fuck. It's just, and I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying everybody ain't, you ain't just naturally this leader that everybody put themselves in position to be. And a lot of these niggas that's trying to quote unquote teach, you niggas ain't even the leaders to teach shit.
Hey, Tommy, your
Just to keep it
your
100.
next little chirp acting up, bro.
Yeah, you sound like Bumblebee right now. Autobots roll out.
Yeah, I think that phone call fucked me up.
Yeah, StreamYard be bullshitting, bro.
StreamYard been on some bullshit.
I'm gonna come out and come back in.
All right.
Yeah,
Pause.
but he's right
Listen,
about that. Just
so-
because you
so
put
I'm-
somebody in a position or give them rank, that don't make them a leader. You know what I'm saying? There's something about you that make people respect you. It's who you are, because people are watching. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of people who just should not have been leaders that get rank in the military. They should be nowhere near a leadership position. But it happens, you know.
So we definitely could say the same for this space then, right? Like that was
100%.
pretty much me and Tez's whole argument was just that it's the guys that we're talking about are the problem, but they should have never been in the spot they in. That's why I said some of the ideology from a real standpoint is not the problem. It's the motherfucker saying it.
Well, it depends what you like. Understand, this is entertainment for 90-something%. Entertainment comes first, and people click on what they want to click on, and most people navigate to what they know, what's familiar, or what makes them feel good. That's men and women. So most of the men are not actually looking for a solution, but they're searching for a feeling. A modern woman ragdolled him across the street, got him for his bank account. So he's upset. The first thing he wants to do is search for something that's going to make him not so upset. What's comfortable is 4 other dudes who got ragdolled saying the same thing. Man, well, it's them women's. It's not comfortable for World Class or Tommy B to dust them off. Like, dude, why are you dangling your briefcase in a strip club? That's not comfortable. And they can go and find this fake brotherhood and just navigate and marinate it in every day. So they do.
So look, I want to play this again because I want it to be clear while we're having this conversation and why me and Tez disagree with what we disagree with. And obviously everybody on the panel disagrees with, but we want to make it crystal clear the issue that happened in this space for real.
When y'all say y'all disagree, go ahead.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
When you say y'all disagree, you mean one of y'all see it one way, one of y'all see it the other, or y'all both disagree?
Everybody here disagrees with this.
Facts.
As far as you're putting a cloak on that says you care about, you know, black and male and female relationships and us getting better.
Yeah.
And then the truth comes out when you say, I use black women for entertainment. So here we go.
It's entertainment.
It's a scam.
That's what I do.
Is a
This is not a scam, madam. You don't know what scam means. This is entertainment. People are not calling me to not get entertainment in return. People pay me because I offer a service. The service I offer is a talk radio style show in the manner of Howard Stern, Tom Leykis, Rush Limbaugh. I'm just black. And I talk about how women in the community annoy the fuck out of me. And I do it in a very entertaining way. And I get paid very well to do it. That is not a grift. That is not a scam. That's not red pill. That is
Yeah, I can speak
guy
to it.
I just want to say this. The guy that said he's a red pill father just said it's not red pill.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That shit wild just now.
Yeah,
hold on. We gotta let that breathe for a second. That shit is fucking retarded, bro. That's crazy.
He said
the problem we have is like I talk about the Nation of Wigglom or whatever, but y'all should be able to separate. I'm just talking stuff. It's just jokes, like entertaining. Even the women laugh at it. But 20-something thousand subscribers speaking serious, almost sounding like a minister.
Yeah.
People are listening. And they really are coming and listening to these people thinking, and going back and quoting today, man, you know what Obsidian said? Sharing the shorts and everything and marinating, thinking that this is the real thing.
Yep.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And it's profitable, unfortunately. But it's the same thing ministers been doing. The same thing. Well, crooked ministers. I'm not going to beat up the church.
Yeah.
But the bad of the ministers, the bad of the everything. Same thing. That's all I got.
I mean, I don't know. Courtney Michelle's kicked me out of the black community a few times because my mama black. So all I have is smoke for her because I think she herself is a grift. But at least he's honest about it. I mean, the dude said what it is. Like, obviously, I think it's BS that he tries to disassociate when he's supposedly the godfather of the black manosphere or whatever. But then he wants to move the goalposts for the content that he puts out. And like Scam said, he's influencing 20,000 people. But she herself is also a grift. Black men, successful black men, come take me and my child. She's been in the space for how long and ain't married yet, but wants to be married.
I'm working on that.
There ain't nothing to work on, bro. She doesn't want it. It's a fucking grift.
Let me.
Like, there's no woman on this planet that can't go get one, bro.
What happened to World Class?
He just
got him.
We ain't married either. We're not. At least I'm not ugly yet.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm like, there's so many men in this space that have simped on her. She's been here for years, publicly. I want to be married. I want to be married. Black men, it's your responsibility. Come take care of me and my kid. Successful ones. Obviously.
Wait, who's doing this now? Ray, who's doing this?
Courtney Michelle, the one who was arguing with him on that panel. I mean, it's two grifters arguing about one of them being a grifter that's saying, look, it's not a grift. I'm doing this for money. She never admits that she's like, hey, I live here because she lives here. Like, if you online 18 hours a day and you on every single panel arguing with everybody, you live here, bro. This is your home.
Well, I will say this: Courtney Michelle did lose weight, so I'll salute to that.
100%. But what I'm saying, Scam, is if you've been online for years, because Courtney Michelle's not even ugly. I'm not saying that the woman's ugly. She's an attractive woman.
Yeah, she's pretty.
But she's been out here in these YouTube streets for years and still ain't figured it out. Talking about what everybody else needs to do to figure it out. That by my definition is a grift. Like, it's the same shit that Pearly does. She's just black, so no one says shit to her.
What is grift mean? I can't even argue with you. I don't even know what it means.
Before he answers that, let me ask you this, Ray.
Yes.
Because a person speaks to the issues that we have as black people, and really, honestly, if you want to be honest, everybody's marriage rate is going down, so it's not just black. But if we're speaking to the issues, can you not be unmarried or unwed and still speak to an issue that's going on? Because I don't watch her content like crazy, but I don't see her trying to instruct men per se anyway on how to move accordingly. I'm just putting.
I mean, maybe she's dialed back, but she's very adamant about letting people know that who they should and shouldn't be dating. And this is my deal. 100%. You can speak to the issues because she's out in the dating market. She's in them streets. So she can speak to it from that perspective. She can definitely encourage people to have standards and do whatever. But I'm like, when you get to shaming people that have good lives and don't live here and own things, personally, I'm like, then we start breaking in the hierarchical variables. I'm like, lady, like, you have no right to tell me who my mom is. Like, my mom would curb stomp you, honestly. She doesn't like women like her, period. Like, I grew up, I'm a product of a single mother, a very strong one. Like, she sacrificed everything to make me who I am, and I'm fucking amazing. But she wasn't bringing a bunch of men around. I saw her date 3 dudes, the third of which she married, from the age of my adolescence to adulthood. Like, she was not out there doing that, or at least had the wherewithal to know to protect the child. So she did do that. She never went after my biological father for child support, never met the man. She actually is, by definition, a strong, independent black woman. Like, she ran Kansas City's gang squad. Like, I mean, I put my mom with anybody in here with the exception of maybe Mandrell, but like, my mom's pretty scary when she get going. So, but you know, like, I grew up with a certain way that I've seen black women growing up, and like, she doesn't fit that standard. And I don't think that you have a right, if you haven't gotten it right, to shame somebody else for the decisions that they're making in their household as a woman.
I haven't necessarily seen her do that, but
she might not be doing it now, but like, we've crossed paths, we've had words, so I know she's done it before. personal experience.
Okay. So does this definition on the screen match what a grift is? Can you see it?
Petty small scale swindle. Oh, okay. Yep.
There we go. Engage in petty or small scale swindle. What the hell?
So my question would be is if what these content creators, well, actually my point of reference for this would be Tommy B. I'm not sure who she was arguing with in that video, but Tommy Sotomayor.
Mm-hmm.
If what he's doing is a grift, where's the part where he's swindling? Where's the swindle? Where's the cheating?
True. They actually are voluntarily handing out secrets.
And he's not even making up the scenarios that he's posting about. He's posting things that actually happen.
Sugar bomb, chill out. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not seeing where the swindling or the cheating people out of money. He's not making up these scenarios. He's posting social commentary on things that are actually happening and being documented that these women are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So
do you have an issue?
Yeah. He does the same thing that she was accusing him of doing, which is post the worst of our culture from Black women perspective and put it out there.
Well, unfortunately, that's what Manosphere does. They're not showing dateable women.
100%.
So
100%.
Always some woman throwing the kid across the room or something, or 488 pounds chasing a man with a baseball. I'm just saying. And this is even in the neutral space. That's all they keep showing.
So, Ray, do you have an issue with guys promoting this lifestyle that they're not living to make money?
Yes. I think if you're not authentic in what you're doing, that's me personally. Like, obviously I can't tell another man what he's going to do. But what I'm saying is that when you're promoting a lifestyle and purposefully leading men astray, I don't have a lot of respect for that at all. I don't think that you belong in the space if that's the time you're on.
Okay.
It's not helpful.
I'm gonna give everybody their just final thoughts on what all we talked about. And we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So you start first, Ray. Final thoughts.
Okay. Just remember this, men. We've got to work together. If this is going to be our space, the next evolution is just us being men solving problems as we were supposed to be doing in the first place. Network with people that you actually rock with. Don't get caught up in the hype. Men who are new to the space that are finding this content understand that the rage part of this is supposed to be temporary. You're supposed to process that hurt, process those feelings, and then move on. To those of us who are already on the other side of it, we're here waiting for you. I'll leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Ray.
Appreciate
Absolutely,
you,
brother. I appreciate you, man.
Come on. I can already guess what this man is. Go ahead. All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna go light. Be able to separate real life from entertainment. When you click this red X, you're responsible for the life that you live. Take care of your fitness, take care of your mind, work on being positive and work on some confidence. Learn how to communicate, how to actively listen. Otherwise, you can't grow, you can't influence, and you're going to somehow remain the same and get absorbed by all the garbage that's going into your subconscious mind. Also, I had another point. It was almost important. Oh, well, I can't remember what it was.
Would you like to tell us about the shine you use to make your head shiny?
It's a mix of Vaseline and barbecue sauce. It's vegan. No, but
you use sugar bomb.
Yeah. Whoa. If you're mad every day, you're doing something wrong. If you're tired, that's cool. But if you're mad every day, yelling at dudes, women about something that don't mean nothing about nothing, you're doing something wrong. Can't help you with that. But I just gave y'all some solutions. But anything I can do to help y'all who are trying to have real comment, put a lot of stuff in the back. If I can help, cool. Sometimes, actually, you probably won't see me as often on custom panels. It takes a toll sometimes. And it becomes less and less entertaining as time goes. But that's all I got. Dust and crust.
Appreciate that, Dust.
Appreciate you, my boy. Mandrill. Final thoughts, my brother. I know you got something. You can't. I ain't gonna lie. You cooked today, my boy.
You really did, Mandrill. And let me make this clear, man. A lot of the times when I give pushback, you know it always come from a place of wanting to learn and just seeing things from a different perspective. So I don't never want to make it seem like I'm coming at you in no type of way. It's just a lot of the times, and we didn't seen this a lot, and we didn't grew our YouTube friendship or relationship or whatever you would call this over the years and over time. So I just want to make it clear. I appreciate your opinion, and you really did kind of sway us on where we need to be going next. So I appreciate that.
Not a problem, and I've never taken it that way. Like I had you guys pegged as far as your personality types a long time ago. Like that's why I'm curt with you.
Oh,
like I cut through straight.
World class.
Yeah, that wasn't even gay.
It really is, bro.
You know,
I had you niggas pegged as wow.
Okay.
That's too much.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Said about 45 minutes ago.
Get his ass out.
That was,
now world class one was way closer than yours, man.
Right. But I get it. It's something I won't never live down. I get it. That's what you call keeping me honest. Accountability, people. That's what that is. A man holding another man accountable.
Amen.
That's what it is.
A man holding another man is wild. But we're gonna continue.
But anyway, I understood y'all's personalities, and I understood that okay, I can actually talk to you all the way I normally talk to people. And it's just an environment that I've become accustomed to and kind of set in where I dealt with people who everyone had a big ego. In the special operations community, everyone has a big ego. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have conversations like that, but it never comes to blows because that's just the way we talk, aggressive. Mm-hmm. But when it came to work, when it's time to do what we got to do, no ego at all. That was out the window.
Thanks.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, today, good show, fellas. I'm glad y'all brought this up. I saw a little bit of what Courtney was saying earlier today on Instagram while I was at the gym, but I saw when CJ came up, I continued to listen for like another 5 minutes, then I had to cut it off and do other things. But yeah, I'm glad you guys brought this topic up because yeah, it's not pretty. It isn't. And unfortunately, I'm sorry things had to go this way, but this is how things tend to go when there's no one steering the wheel. Ray made a good point. It was like, how often are we gonna put one person in charge of something? Unfortunately, that's the way a lot of people are conditioned. They want a leader because the first thing when something goes wrong, one of the first things people say is, well, no one else is doing it, or no one's in charge, or who are you to say? Who are you to say that we're wrong? You know, they don't recognize your authority, and that's where that question comes from. But yeah, thanks for having me up here at the 5100 podcast. I'm not gonna fuck with Tez today. I'm giving them a break because, like I said, I mean, we're gonna meet him in person one of these days, and Ted's gonna slap me right in the face, real hard. First thing, did you give me a hug?
He from the country too. That shit gonna hurt.
Right, and I can't hit him back because I got it coming. So it's on principle. You know what I'm saying, CJ?
Yeah, right. Nigga.
You ain't there yet.
But this, I got it coming. It's crazy.
Bro, all right, bro. One more thing, your ass dropped the grid.
One more, yeah,
this
one
man,
more
wow.
Yeah. One more point I want to make is that to the people out there who do want to learn and do want answers, if you watch this broadcast, keep watching it and go back and watch all the stuff they've done previously. Look at the people in the chat. Reckless Ray, Harris Tribe Media. You have Ricky Williams in here. Everyone in the chat who has a YouTube channel, go pay attention to their stuff. Go watch, enjoy, stay away from the nonsense. I mean, because it's going to keep you in the same spot that you're in now or worse. You're going to regress. Worse off than where you are now. If you're looking for answers, you're in the right place here. Just stay in this circle. Don't venture out into the nonsense, man, because it's just sad. And like I said to you guys, don't let low numbers or slow growth deter you. That's how it happens to every hero. People hated Martin Luther King. He had a 32% approval rating. Then he was assassinated. All of a sudden, everyone loves him. Well, what happened? He didn't do nothing new. You know what I'm saying? His rewards was posthumous. So like I said, don't let disapproval or low numbers sway you to not do it anymore. You know what I mean? real growth, real love takes time. So take your time. Be patient.
Dope.
Appreciate you, man. Jarrell, appreciate you coming through, man.
No problem.
Before we get to world class, I do want to send prayers out to Sir Hill and his loved ones. Lady Navoy just reported that he lost his grandmother. So somebody else will be hosting this show tonight. So man, prayers out to you, Sir Hill. And I'll be reaching out to you later. And if you consider yourself a brother of Sir Hill, give him a call, bro. Because at times like this, I was able to call him. So much love to you, Sir Hill, and prayers up for you, bro.
Facts. And I want to give a shout out to Dusto for the $5 super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
So, all right, what you got? Gatekeeper.
Did you say gatekeeper? Is that how we doing this? You know what I'm saying? I had jokes I was gonna start with, and then the Sir Hill situation. We can get back to it.
Okay, Mandrill will. Okay, that's fine. Mandrill will be the host for Sir Hill tonight. By the way, y'all. Lord have mercy. All right.
Okay. Why did that happen? They need to fix that. Like they need to fix the programming. All right. Here's the thing, gang. I'm the best there is. Plain and simple. I'm going to wake up in the morning. I piss excellence, and nobody can handle my stuff. I'm just one big brown American winning machine. I appreciate you guys for having me up. I get to show how smart I am and flex on these niggas like I'm supposed to. So in this space,
listen, hold on.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
That's why.
What do you mean by that?
Okay. All right. Okay. I see what you did there. You flipped it. What I was doing before. Great topic. Shout out to Courtney.
Ray, no man says you. Fix it.
Yeah, you got to fix that. I got to stop.
Thanks.
Speaking of Ray, Courtney, the views of Reckless Ray.
We will second that.
And,
definitely.
You rose a gold cutie over here, you know what I'm saying? And that nigga you fucking with, I'm telling you, nigga, don't slip, nigga. I'm telling some wolves right here, my nigga. Let me stop. You know what? I think I have on my channel, man, I think I pretty much live what I talk about. We need to be talking about preemptiveness. I've given literally and I'm not even bragging at this point, world-class illustration of laws that people don't even talk about, law of diminished intent. I've made a religious discovery. I haven't even posted it. It's only up one of a lady that posted it. I mean, they brought it up. She got a book, I think Carrie Grace talked about anti-marriage. I've broke down modern money mechanics. All this is over a year ago. I've talked about epigenetics. I've talked about things that I know needed to be said. And it's the end of the day, just to get it out. Like I started my channel because I had this concept in my head called Project Leave Empty. Dr. Miles Monroe wrote a book called Releasing Your Potential. My mentor's mom gave me that book. It was the first book I ever read. And he said the richest place in the world is a graveyard. Because people take all their talents and all their gifts with them. So,
that's heavy, boy.
Yo.
Yeah. So I started something called Project Leave Empty, which is part of why I stopped out here, stepped out here on YouTube. For years, bro, niggas like, yeah, start a channel. So I'm like, nah, I'm not the type of person with attention, but we have to get this stuff out. We got to speak up. And I just seen a void. And what I do when I come to these spaces is hit the nuances, try to tell people stuff, what's coming. I literally was talking about child deletions before they reversed Roe versus Wade like a year before. I know what's coming. I see what's coming. I see what's missing. And that's the role I play. And to challenge everybody, make everybody better. Whether it's with comedy, whether it's with debate, no matter what. My job has always been, you can ask my best friend, he'll probably end up on my channel at some point. I always push everybody to be the best person they can be. I don't even give a fuck about the God you pray to. You don't have no right not to get better around me. And this is the real me outside of the workforce. I don't give niggas the right to not get better around me. You don't have a choice, friend or foe. So that's the role I play, to push it so everybody can be the best they can possibly be. Because I think that's the only way to honor the children that we have and the people we come from. And it's about maximizing our potential. A guy named Jim Rome said, that's what we ask of everybody. Full development of our
full development of our potential and a wise use of all our resources. So being preemptive is a big deal. We need to push health a little bit more because I think also Jerome, he said most people don't do well because they don't feel well. It's guys in this space, our space that we're creating now, whatever name we come up with. Health is going to be a big deal. Shout out to Mandrell. Shout out to Sir Hell. Even podcast said he's doing some stuff, making some moves, getting healthy. We got to be the leaders. Health got to be the vessel by which we exemplify the results that we claim we're going to bring as men and as leaders. It's first place we should start because we live in our bodies 24/7. I don't know too many niggas that step outside of their bodies and leave it in the house. So let there be a reflection of the quality that you bring to the marketplace and to the tribe. And you know what I say, man, and there been 2 classes on this planet, never been 3. You were world class or you outclass. And the question is not which class you want to live in. The question is which class are the ones coming behind you deserve for you to die. On your feet, on your knees. Respect the crowd. No.
Let's go.
He's on fire.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. That man, when he not on the bullshit,
he on it.
He's a different level of a guy, man.
Facts.
So we're gonna wrap. What you got, boss?
Man, final thoughts, bro. This conversation went past what I was expecting. Hearing these brothers speak, man, I do believe that Ray was right. Like we gotta work. We just gotta put the work in to change the space. Not change the space, create our own space. And as I say, as bad as it might be for me to take the emotional tie from the red pill space, I completely understand it better speaking to these brothers. Once again, that's why I love being in this space, and that's why I love the people that we got here now, because these are the people that's on the ground floor that hold us accountable as men and push us to be better behind the scenes and on these cameras. I ain't talking about just better YouTube, better men, better husbands, better fathers, and in a variety of different ways, working out, money, life, mentality. So, bro, I'm proud of how this went, and I'm extremely optimistic on us going forward. And even to the people that we work with and that we really mess with. Like I tell CJ all the time, if we do this right, it's gonna be a cold summer. That's it.
And I guess I'll just wrap with an appreciation for the brothers that came on this panel.
Facts.
Don't know where y'all came from. I'm just glad you're here. These type of conversations is what the 5100 podcast is all about. We keep telling people, and it's on them to believe it or not. We can't make it believe it. But you're not going to find anything else anywhere other than here. This is where you get the real, you know what I'm saying? And the guys we associate with. But even them can't do it like us, baby. You get what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, final thoughts. For the black men that are trying to get an understanding of their lives and the things that they've been through, there's a place for you to come, bro. 5100 podcast, and I promise you, because we've been in the face of this before, we will never turn on you for $1. We will never turn on you for the liking of a lady. We will never turn on you to be a part of the top echelon, because if it ain't real, we don't want to be there nowhere.
Yes, sir.
So, on that note, man, I'm gonna say what many guys won't say, but I'm gonna say it tonight. For every black man that wants to be better fathers, better men, better health, better finances, better for ourselves, we love you, bro. And this is a space where you can come and get love, criticism, honesty, and fairness. So, on that note, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. So, for your guy CJ100,
your guy Tez the Fi,
we are the 5100 podcast. You dig.